the mindset is different. People are here to build something, to work, so it's fine, right? They're focused, they're not here to make friends, you're here to make it. Of course I like big cars, big place, mansions and everything, but it's not the real motivation. The real motivation is to be able to do whatever you want to do.
Welkom bij Ondernemend, het nummer 1 platform voor ondernemers. Bij Ondernemend vind je alles om jezelf naar het volgende niveau te brengen en jouw bedrijf te starten of op te schalen. Bij Ondernemend bieden we een netwerk met de beste ondernemers van Nederland. Gecombineerd met kennis en een hechte community. Met de kennis van ons platform krijg jij als ondernemer meer structuur, rust, cashflow en vervulling. Ondernemend is jouw sleutel tot een nog succesvollere ondernemersreis. Dus wil jij samen met ons jouw maximale potentieel benutten? Join dan onze community.
Dear listeners, welcome to Ondernemend, the podcast about entrepreneurship. Today we are here at Dubai on the Blue Island, a very lovely location, lovely situated here. And we are here to talk with a local entrepreneur. He's originally from France. We're here with Julien Laraaj. Welcome in Ondernemend, the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
I hope you like the place.
Yeah, love it. Love it.
Yeah. It was worth it. It was worth it to come all the way up to Dubai to
1.5 hours with the taxi
Burj
cab.
Khalifa. You come from the Burj Khalifa now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we met in a crazy way, right?
Crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
Worst rain in like 75 years in Dubai. Like everything was flooded. We were stuck in the mall. We met you outside a coffee shop. You spent the whole night in the mall.
Yeah.
We luckily get out like just before around 12.
Yeah. Luckily.
Yeah, we met there.
Yeah.
Crazy
it was
story.
a crazy night. Crazy night. I don't know if we can talk about it actually.
Yeah, we can talk about it, but we managed to survive.
We managed. You guys managed before us. I was with my family, stuck in the mall, 4 hours, and then we were supposed to come back home, but unfortunately in Dubai rained, and we were stuck in a mall. And I think you caught the eyes of my mom at some point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She couldn't speak English.
I spoke a few words with her, and
she couldn't understand.
I was like, "Vous parlez français?"
And she just pointed at me. She was like, he speaks English, you know? He speaks English. So funny story. And then we just spoke, and
And then
good to.
turns out you are originally from France. You moved here to Dubai.
Yeah.
Basically for business. Because you were into Web3 and then mostly the designing part.
Exactly. Yeah. So product design, to be very specific. So what's product design for your audience? I think it's good to talk about it. So product design is like a niche in design where we design web app and mobile app. So usually that's what we do. And it's a mix between science and art.
All right.
Right? So it has to look good, to work well, and to do the job. So that's what we do.
But it's really like coding also, the app, or is it
No.
more the design part? And then,
only the design part, and we try to do that as good as we can.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but maybe we could wind back like a few years. Like you were living in France.
Yeah.
How did you start the business? How did this went?
So another story, crazy story. So I was supposed to play football as a pro player. I mean, I was hoping so.
Really?
I was on a good way. And one day I got into a match and someone just tackled me and broke my ankle. But like open broke. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I went to the hospital and the guy was a new doctor, right? An intern, we call that an intern. I don't know how you guys call that, you know?
Yeah.
What happened is that instead of, I don't know how you call this thing, you know the white thing you put when you broke something?
Yeah.
You know? Instead of putting it up to here, he put it up to here.
No.
So I was stuck in bed for 3 to 6 months, I don't remember actually.
Crazy.
And for those months, I learned how to code and I learned how to design.
Oh yeah.
You know? Back then I was supposed to be a football player, that was my dream, you know? I was working for that.
You were fully focused on being a football player? No alternative?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, full on. And thanks to that, or because of that, let's say, I ended up learning how to code, learning how to designing my first website.
Yeah.
And from there, I got a small job, and now I have my own design studio where I help companies.
Greece is
with it.
like
Yeah.
football, to
Yeah.
code.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's like that with anyone, right? We all have a story.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be at some place, but we end up here.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy how the story goes. Like certain things happen, and then you arrive here, and the next thing you know, you're in Dubai, and you have your own company. So it's
That's quite fast forward. So what happened like after you started to learn coding?
So because of that, I ended up in the school where I wanted to code. So that was the plan. My plan was to work for Facebook, Instagram back then. They were the top companies, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that, but in the meantime, I needed to pay the school because the school was a private school, of course, and it was an expensive one. So I had to work on the side. And what I found is people were not asking for coding that much. They were asking for design, you know?
Yeah.
And on most of the project I was working on, there was always this design part. You know, to build an app, you need to have a design first. Yeah. And I was always the one doing it.
Hey luisteraar van Ondernemend. Tof dat je wederom kijkt of luistert naar een nieuwe aflevering. Vind jij deze aflevering nou tof en haal je er veel waarde uit? Deel hem dan vooral eventjes met collega's en gelijkgestemden. Zo help jij om ons platform en onze boodschap nog verder te laten groeien.
So one day someone knocked at the door of the school and was like, okay, I worked for Chanel. You know about Chanel? Mm-hmm. I don't know how to design, I know how to code. And I have this deadline, I have 2 weeks of deadline. And I was the one, I was like, okay, let's work together.
Yeah.
You know, it started like this. First client, you know, at school.
Nice.
And from there, I started to understand that there were people asking for that, for design, product design. And that's where I went. So started with Chanel, and then it was Saint Laurent. So more into the fashion industry, strangely. I was not into fashion, but ended up there. And then another startup company it was a golf company. It's like a Facebook for golfers.
Yeah.
In Luxembourg.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
And clients started to pile up. And at some point there were a guy living in Dubai, French guy. Mm-hmm. He saw my profile somewhere, I don't remember. And he called me. He said, okay, I have something for you. I'll make you come to Dubai.
Yeah.
I'll pay you a flat. You will work with me on an app, and you see.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I have some clients in France, right? I have my family in France, my friends. What do I do now? And I took the leap, came to Dubai. The guy showed me Dubai, and I was supposed to stay 2 months, right? It's been 6 years now.
never got back.
Yeah. Never got back. Just for vacation, just to see the family, but that's pretty much it.
Wow.
Designing is still like quite big. Can you explain a little bit more what kind of design do you do and how does the process work?
Yeah, so product design, so to be specific because it's very different with the rest, is a lot about understanding the users. It's all about the users, right? You use Instagram, you use Facebook, you use TikTok, all those apps. And you have a certain psychology when you use an app. So as a designer, product designer, we need to understand why do you do that? Why do you scroll, you know? Why do you click on, I want to create a TikTok? And we'll try to make it seamless.
Yeah.
You know, and give an identity to a product. So when you remember TikTok, you remember, okay, it's a scrolling app, video-based, and it has a certain identity. So
yeah. But it all starts at the design, like that is like the basic structure before you start to build the app, like the coding and stuff. You need to know this is the way it functions and this is the way it looks, and now someone else will have to make it like functioning like that.
Exactly. Yeah. But as a designer, we have problems, right? And the problem we have when we create a design is that usually we deal with developers. And sometimes they cannot comprehend what we do, or it's too big, or it's too difficult.
Yeah, that's always what you hear. Like, designing is nice, but you have to work together with the whole team. How does that go? Like, it's on the beginning probably quite hard. Also, sometimes you design something and you figure out like, oh, this might be like a big challenge to make.
Yeah. So I would say some of the designers, product designers, they will do a mistake, which is they will try to make it beautiful, and that's it. They will stop there. But the problem is that, one, maybe the users won't be able to use the product, or it will be too difficult to implement. right?
Yeah.
So throughout the years, you learn how to make it easy for everyone, you know, to communicate properly with the developers and also to make something great for the users.
Yeah, exactly. It all has to work together, like beauty, like functionality, design, and like also for the developers. So yeah, it's a really big picture to get it right.
Yeah, completely.
So now you're mainly focused on Web3, like blockchain.
So that's the second part of the story. So after those fashion projects, small startups, crypto went massive, at least for the normal people, let's say, because it started a long time ago. But for the normal people, we started to see some funds put into crypto, you know, Bitcoin, everything. So in 2017, we had, I think, the first, not the first bull run, but it was one of the bull runs.
Major bull run first,
And we started to see a lot of companies, startups investing into crypto, creating companies and everything. So for product designers, it was perfect because they needed design, quick.
And market booming, like a lot of money going inwards.
So a lot of demand. And I got approached by some companies that I refused at the beginning because I couldn't understand what was Web3, how it worked. It was a completely different story, you know, because the concept is not easy to understand for normal people, right? Those companies started to approach me. I refused, too hard to understand. On the side, I started myself to read about crypto, read about blockchain, read about Web3. What I did. And then I contacted some companies myself, all right? First company was an NFT company called Super Rare. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a platform where you can sell and buy NFT. And my way to do it was to create concepts for them, because that was the only thing I was good at, how to create good design. And my only way to sell was to showcase what I was good at doing. And that's what I did. I started to send concepts to them, hoping that they will get back to me and be like, okay, let's work together. And for some company it worked, for other company it didn't. But after that, I built my portfolio of products, Web3 projects. And now I'm working with Web3 companies. So
that's great. It's a great way to start. Like just handing out, showing them what you can do. Just doing free work, basically, like making a portfolio without you having the assignment. So they can see what you can do. So I think that's a really nice way to get in there.
And like if you start like with product design, what can you expect? Like, is it like, because it's like you can go into every new market. For example, you went into Web3. How is like the payoff? Because you have to get clients, you have to in the beginning to do a lot of free work. How does that go? Like, what can you expect from income, or like maybe you have to work a long time for free, or what can you expect?
So it depends with a lot of people, I think. But the moment you see that there is a potential to earn money from what you're doing and you're good at it, so you just try to get to be where the money is in a way. Web3 was a good way to do it, and I think it was easy to deal with those folks, you know. They were open-minded, ready to make money, ready to create good product. So for myself, it worked well. Showing them what I was good at and hearing some good stuff from them and working with them, and that's it. Other people won't do free work because, I don't know, they feel like it's not the way to do it, and they will just, for example, cold call or cold email, you know. It's not me. I prefer to showcase what I'm good at, and then
it's better. Like
that's
they can already see, and you already sell them. So for example, if you want to get started like with product design, how you learn coding, you learn design yourself. How can you do it? Like, do you have?
There is many ways. Look, I started by coding. It helped me with product design. Other people go straight into design. You know. But I would say the best way is just to, at least for me, it's just you see what's good on the market, try to copy it to teach yourself, and then you will create your own identity and get the best out of everything on the market. So that's the best way in anything. It's like you guys.
Start copying from the great guys and like start going into it.
Yeah,
best way.
just go do it. Mostly that's basically the thing. Just you have to start somewhere.
Somewhere.
And just go.
Yeah.
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 And over the last few years, how is the business situation changed here in Dubai? Because you've been here some years.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened in those years? Like a lot of Web3 is also now development here. Some companies started. Also local people. The more wealthy people are starting their own Web3 companies.
Yeah.
How is the market now?
So there is 3 phases in Dubai, at least for me, for the past 6 years. There's the pre-COVID, right? During COVID and after COVID. So before COVID, it was more like the traditional companies. So banks, usually, especially here. I worked with 2 banks, 2 main banks in the UAE. So FAB, First Abu Dhabi Bank, and ENBD. ENBD is Dubai, First Abu Dhabi Bank is Abu Dhabi. So it was more those type of companies, and then COVID, and after COVID, Web3 companies. Yeah. So a lot of people based here. Actually, I didn't work with those based here. It was more based in the US.
All right.
Yeah, and one Russian one, actually.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So that's the 2 company I'm working with now. But yeah, a lot of projects here into Web3. They open Web3 for a lot of companies here. So
and also in general, you saw I think in the COVID period, you saw a lot of people coming in here because it was the rules were not as strict and stuff. You saw a lot of inflow of people.
Yeah. So it was a bit of both, because a lot of people were leaving the country, but also a lot of people were coming because that was the only place where you could, I don't know, like go out or stay out, or they actually handled the situation quite well, honestly, here.
Not
it
not
was
panicking
not bad.
and
It was not bad. It was not bad. So it was great. Real estate-wise as well, a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, crazy.
To
like,
take
the market
here.
is booming. Like,
Yeah,
since
yeah.
a couple of years, like even in the Netherlands, like everyone goes to Dubai or like south of Spain, but Dubai is really popular.
Yeah.
Of course, with tax, like if you have your own company, it's really like big opportunity to get installed here, and also with the real estate, like it's really booming.
Yeah, completely. I've seen a lot of friends bought apartments here.
Yeah.
I see a lot of French people coming here. I don't know. Yeah, they will see by themselves. But it's a good place to be honest.
Yeah.
And what is it really like living here? Like, is it really also a big community of entrepreneurs, of course? But what's like the city, and how is it to move around here?
I will talk for myself, right? For me, I live pretty simply, I would say. I pretty much have the same lifestyle as I had in France, for example. So I would like to stay close to a beach or close to a place where I can see a bit of nature, let's say, right? And find places like this, for example, in blue waters, where you can have coffee shops, you can have good restaurants, you can have a good view as well. So I don't know, it's very inspiring for me. Other people will say, no, I like to be in downtown, for example. You know, they like the office life. They like the fast life as well, you know, luxury. You have a bit of everything here. You can live the life you want to live at the end of the day, but at least you have the availability to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's what's good in Dubai.
Everything is possible here.
Everything is possible for anyone.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world out there, and exactly what you say, like downtown is more like fast life, more pressure, more like office work life, and this is more like the environment, a little bit more free, like down to the beach. Like, it's like both ways.
Works for anyone, I would say.
Hey, trouwe luisteraar van Ondernemend. Excuses voor de korte onderbreking en tof dat je weer luistert of kijkt naar een nieuwe podcast. Vind jij de podcast nou tof? Vergeet dan niet om deze eventjes te liken en een reactie achter te laten op Spotify of YouTube. Dit helpt ons enorm om ons kanaal nog verder te laten groeien. And how was for you like the choice you made, like leaving France, leaving your friends? How was that? Like you fully focused on your business, which is like it's a major leap. Like how did you experience that?
Unfortunately for me, there were no in between. So I couldn't keep touch with my friends and go full in with the business. So I went full in with the business, and that's what's working for me. of course, my friends are asking for me, my family, you know, I barely see them. You saw my family.
Yeah,
they came once a year, right?
Yeah.
It's a nice family. I was very close with my family. So it was tough at the beginning, but at the same time, they're really behind me. You know, they pushed me to do it. So I felt a bit better to take the leap.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and maybe also on one side it's easy, like you can completely disconnect and focus on your business. Like you don't have to say no to a lot of things because you're alone here and you can just solely focus on the business.
Yeah, completely.
But it's also maybe the mindset you need if you want to go far, if you want to really build something for yourself or reach a certain goal, then you have to make a lot of sacrifices.
It's a tough world, right? The business world is a tough world. It's not easy, so it's a swift switch of mindset that you need to do, and that's what happens when you try to do something new. If you don't have this switch, then it's going to be very difficult because other people will have it sooner, faster, and at the end of the day, you're competing with other people as well, right?
Yeah.
So
and I think a lot of people don't really understand. Like they think they want to reach certain goals or a certain success, but there's like this mode you have to find. Like you have to really sacrifice a lot. Like they don't understand like the amount of work you have to do, the amount of like also failures you have to go through. It's insane. Like you have to just switch the button and go.
It's like the roller coaster, man. The mindset, but it's good at the end of the day. Like I can't complain. Look, you know, we can't complain.
Yeah.
It's a good life. It has up and downs, but it's a good life.
I mean, yeah. You started like taking the leap together. What were your biggest challenges like along the way, like as an entrepreneur and also like with this business?
For me, it was always showing to people what I was capable to do, because there is so many stuff on the market that it's hard to have your place, right? Even if you're good at something, it's not only that. You have to show to people what you're capable of, right? It's the same for you.
Yeah.
If you want to be known, you have to throw everything, throw on the web, right?
Yeah.
To show to people what you're doing. So finding clients was difficult for me. I'm not good at selling, not good at all actually. I don't like to talk to people that much. You know, I'm very introverted. So for me, that was the biggest challenge actually. And the only way I managed to compensate was, okay, what am I good at? Designing? Okay, I'll design, show to people. If they like it, they will come to me. Yeah. So that's the strategy for me.
That's always like people always forget that selling is like one of the biggest parts. You can be really good at something, but not the best people get the best places. You have to sell yourself, you have to get out there. Just like you said, you really have to also have the courage to get exposure and to get out there, because otherwise people won't even recognize you or see you.
Yeah. Even if you're the best at something, imagine Cristiano Ronaldo. You know Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Imagine if he's the best player, but he was just playing in his small city and never went out or play against other big teams, or we'll never know. And I'm sure there is a lot of Cristiano Ronaldo stuck in their own village, you know, and we'll never see them. So that's the biggest challenge, I would say, for those reasons.
And how is your new friend group? Because you moved there, and in the beginning you're probably quite also maybe only people you know from work. How does it develop, and how do you get people, to know people here?
So it's interesting because the guy that made me move here was French, right? And usually French people are not that great in English. I'm not saying I'm great in English, but at least I tried. Yeah, quite good. And so what we do, we stay between French people. But
the easiest option.
Yeah, the easiest option, right?
You find
try to stay in the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But what happened is that French guy, my French friend, had a British best friend. And thanks to that, I was able to speak English with that guy. And he became my best friend. And then I met his friends speaking English. And that's what happened. But I still have a small circle, to be honest. It's not that easy to make friends here. And also, the mindset is different. People are here to build something, to work. So they it's fine, right? They're focused, they're not here to make friends. It can happen, but it's not the mindset. You're not here to make friends, or you're here to make it.
Yeah.
It's a crazy place. Like you can really feel that. Like it's a different vibe than most places I've visited before. Like you can really feel that a lot of people are just here to focus. Also, like if you are, and especially like downtown Business Bay or something, you can really see like people really focus. There's one thing on their mind, like making. And also you see so much success out there. Like how does that impact you? What's your like goal in life with that? Did you really come here for the money, or also like what was your biggest motivation to move here?
At first it was I would say the mindset, right? Because I think Dubai is the best city to be in if you want to achieve stuff. And I'm not saying succeeding, because succeeding is just a consequence of what you're doing, right? But just if you want to do stuff in life, I think it's the right place to be. And of course, knowing that it's sorry for the noise.
A little bit noisy.
Knowing that it's a tax-free place is a great start to be like, okay, I'm not going to be stopped by laws that will stop me from growing. So Dubai is good for that. On top of that, I want to add, because it's very important, I met a lot of locals here, and knowing that those people are here and accepting you as an individual is the best thing. Because if you go, for example, to the US, I'm not saying the US are bad, but you really feel like you're not part of the country, for example. Whether here, you know that they will be here, they will accept what you're doing, and they like this mindset as well. So, you know, they're like, okay, good, come guys, it's actually a good place to be.
The mindset is more important. If you have the same mindset, it's all fine. You come here to build something,
to work hard.
Work hard, they accept you.
Completely. Very good place to be, very good.
It's very nice. And also, like you see a lot of things, of course, around here, like luxury, shiny things. Is it something that's like impacted your weight? Is like, did it bother you? Like, is it like tempting to also change your lifestyle, or just invest in luxury items?
So for myself, not really. I have few stuff that I would like to buy, of course, which is a Porsche 911 to be precise, but old school. But again, I'm not into that luxury lifestyle. I like to see stuff, good stuff, beautiful stuff. But more importantly is to be inspired, at least for myself, by the environment. For example, I love to come here. It's Angel Cakes Coffee in Blue Waters for the people that want to be and discover that place. Because I don't know, you can tell me what you think about this cafe, but for me I find it very inspiring. I don't know, the place, the choice they made, the views.
Yeah, exactly. But also it's a really different vibe from downtown. And also here at what's it called?
Blue Waters.
Blue Waters. Yeah, it's like a really different vibe, and you can see the water. You look at the big skylines, and it's really different.
Yeah.
The vibe is like completely different. You have more like the island vibe here, and you can just feel in the downtown is more like a pressure cooker. It's like
exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a bubble where you feel pressured. Here it's more like open and everything. You have the water. Honestly, it's so good to come here. So of course I like big cars, big place, mansions and everything. But it's not the real motivation. The real motivation is to be able to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So if you look at that, like what is your goal in life in general? Like to be able to do what you want. What is your main goal in life, or your purpose of living?
I think I found my purpose actually not too long ago. I mean, I was on the way, but I really realized that okay, I think I'm on. That's the way. That's the way for me. I love designing. First of all, that's probably what I do every day, and I'm happy to do it, and I feel well when I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. And I know that if I don't do it, I will feel bad. I won't feel great. So for me, working with great people, designing for great people, good product, that's enough.
So
good coffee.
Yeah.
Good coffee.
So it's basically like you want to be like how do you say that? create things. Like you want to be creative, you want to take in your environment, be open for experiences, and turn that into a nice product. And that's for you. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, for example, for Mom Studio, which is my design studio, I don't want to scale that much. I really don't want to scale that much. I don't want to take a lot of clients. I don't want to work on a lot of projects, but I want to work on good project with good people, even though I'm limiting myself in a way. But that's where I would feel the most satisfied and happy.
Yeah, that's nice. Also, we find that true for ourselves. Also, that if you like interact with true people, and for me, it's very important that they're proactive and that they're like positive. But most importantly, that they're really true and they're being themselves. And we can also tell that with you. You know, immediately you have like a connection. You're like, oh, it's a very relaxed vibe, and it's like, if you're able to choose with who you can work as an entrepreneur, that's great, of course.
I completely agree. Completely agree.
Ja.
Hey, trouwe luisteraar van Ondernemend. Heb jij je al geabonneerd op ons kanaal? Zo niet, doe dat dan nu meteen eventjes. Dit helpt ons namelijk enorm om ons platform te laten groeien.
But I can also totally understand what you thought before, like this environment really inspires you. Because sometimes we both live in the Netherlands and it's nice, you know, it's a good country, like everything is really organized and yeah, it's really easy to live. But also, if I'm here, just you see how you get the mindset of other people, and you see how big they think, and like there are no limitations here. So it's really like it really opens up things, you know.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. And also, you really notice that sometimes you get the best ideas once you're on like holidays or like in a totally different environment, and it's really important to do it. And I think also, like if you take a leap and even move here, like I can totally understand. You don't see like the people you used to see, like the whole environment is different. So it will change you will change. Like you have to improve, you have to reinvent yourself. Like it's really, and quite interesting to do it.
Yeah, completely. So if I had to give an advice actually for other people that want to take the leap or thinking of taking the leap, I would say just go for it and, you know, just do it. I mean, we hear that every time, just do it. But that's actually the reality, right? That's the way.
I think the most important thing is like you have to find something you really like and you have to get really good at it. And then, for example, nowadays it's really easy to work from any place you want to. So if you find something and you get like started and you just start to do it, and then at some point for example, you ended up in a hospital, and that's why you changed like your whole
complete career.
So it's really easy. You just have to make a choice instead of like thinking, oh, I'm just going to stay here and be sad that I can do football. You just start to do something else. And then from one thing comes to the other thing, and before you know it, you live here and you develop like great stuff. Like it's so weird how things can go.
So weird, and it's the same with anyone. You know, we'll all have a story. We'll all have up and downs, and then we'll end up somewhere.
And what do you think makes the biggest difference? Because like I really noticed from the start you were really positive. Like we were stuck in the mall, and we could still smile. We could still talk about like fun things, you know. So what do you think makes the biggest difference for people who make it and people who maybe get stuck at some place in their life?
That's a good one actually. So first, having the good mindset business-wise, I would say, but something very personal, I would say, just to be positive and to have, to be open to anything, right? And be positive, having good energy, good vibes. Even if there is bad times, I would say try to always find the good side of anything. And there is always a good side.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
I mean, we were stuck in the mall. And
stuck in the mall,
so
imagine.
Yeah. So that is how this, of course, in the end, because we saw each other in the mall, it was like a really bad situation. But this came out of it. So like, there's always something positive in every situation.
Yeah, actually, you guys managed to leave the mall. I was in the mall until 8 a.m. You know, we slept in a coffee shop. In a coffee shop.
But still, like I think, like for example, a good example in the mall, you saw people who were really like sad and like angry. But you can also think like, okay, my worst situation now is the best situation for someone who maybe has hunger or like lives in a bad environment. I mean, we were like dry. We were still in the mall. We even had like water.
We had water and food.
We could
Yeah.
go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And like some people, they live on the streets. So I always think like if you realize that even in the worst situation for you, you're still in a really good situation. you know?
Exactly.
And some people, they just cannot comprehend it or like rethink their mind like to see that even their situation in that moment is not even that bad. You know?
It's all about the mindset.
Yeah, it's all about the mindset.
And yeah, that's why self-improvement, self-work, it's very important as well to grow, to be able to grow actually.
Yeah, and how
'Cause if you-
did it go for you? Like improving in that side?
I think you learn along the way, right? I don't really remember at the beginning if I was at that level of awareness, I would say.
Yeah.
But I think you build it with time. You build it with time by seeing other people more happier than you. You know, when sometimes you get frustrated by a situation and you see another people not frustrated at all, and you be like, okay, I think it's the right way to act or to take the stuff. Yeah, I would say that's the thing.
Yeah, you really have to be conscious about it.
Yeah, awareness.
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 It all
And
starts with awareness.
awareness.
Look around you. Like,
Yeah.
people always forget, like, most times the best lessons in life are just around the corner. You just have to look up for it, you know? And if you have that mindset and you're really open, then, like, you can get great life lessons from really simple things. For example, sometimes even the taxi driver can tell you something. You're
Yeah.
like, damn.
You're like, this guy is wise. Like, damn.
They have the best stories,
Yeah.
first of all, right? Good storyteller.
Yeah, for sure.
And those guys, they, especially in Dubai, for example, they
Yeah.
work a lot. They work a lot. And even them, they can find the positive sides of stuff. And they always have a smile. Man, that's a big lesson. You know, you just have to open your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
You can just learn by going through life, like be streetwise, and that's funny to see. Like some people, you just know, you just feel like, okay, this person is wise because he's been through a lot and he's learned. Like some people go through stuff, but they don't learn, and they're still angry, they're still complaining. But some people just, you know, they grow, and I think that's where it starts. Like you say, you have to have the awareness to see, like, okay, there's something to be improved, and you have like the curiosity, like, okay, you want to search what's possible in life, or what's possible to get better and stuff like that.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely. I don't see any other way. If you think logically, I don't see any other way. If you wanna be happy, I mean, happiness, it's a one moment state, but if you wanna be fulfilled, I feel like awareness is one of the big thing you have to unlock.
Really, it's like the basis of everything, like awareness. Everything starts with awareness, and from there you can move. You can like see what you really want, and also like a lot of people, I think, at some point they feel like they're stuck in life, and they instead of like getting awareness, they just consume things. They get stuck in that place. And it's really important to just open your eyes and see what's really possible, even in that situation. And I think you're a great example of it, where you learned like coding when you were in the hospital. So like from one place, it's so easy to see now. But at that moment, you didn't realize, okay, this is going to be it for the next couple of years.
Never.
Hey, trouwe luisteraar van Ondernemend. Heb jij je al geabonneerd op ons kanaal? Zo niet, doe dat dan nu meteen eventjes. Dit helpt ons namelijk enorm om ons platform te laten groeien. Money is important in life and certain success, but I think these life lessons are more important. Like if you learn this and you have money, you just like you won the game. Like, you know, then you know you're also fulfilled on the inside.
And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Whether you have money or not.
Yeah.
Okay, money is good.
You have to have peace with yourself, who you are and how you feel inside, and then
that's the way.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it took me time to understand that, because I was always focused on, okay, I need to make more money. I see a lot of people, they're happy. I don't know if they're happy, but they seem happy. Because they have a lot of money. But at the end of the day, no. That's one part of the equation. Of course, when you have money, you can do more stuff. And that's the reality at the end of the day. You have money, you do more stuff to make you more fulfilled.
And how did this process go for you? Because you said like there were times that you were focused on money and just getting money, and that was the main purpose. How did that move in your awareness? Like what was the switch that you made? Like,
because I was not happy. the moment I was trying to make more money, I was having more clients, good, making more money, okay, good, but I was not fulfilled, and I felt it. So what happened is that, okay, I stood back. I stood back and I was like, okay, what really makes me happy? Have you heard about Ikigai?
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe we can explain for the listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me remember the
equation.
Thing. The equation is like you have to do what you're good at.
What you love.
What you love.
Yeah.
And what you can make money with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What people want.
What
or
people
what is
want.
The demand.
And what's the demand and what? Yeah. How you make money. And the moment you have those 4 pillars, don't remember if it's 4 or 5, but the moment you have those pillars, you are. It's the Ikigai, and you are at the right place. So that's why we all have to try to reach.
Yeah.
To be happy and fulfilled.
Exactly. You can also see it if you're downtown here in the mall. You're at the part where Rolex is, like Prada, all the big brands. You see people walking there. They don't even look happy. They just go inside. And I really noticed the people that are loaded, that they don't even care about anything anymore.
No.
They just get bored.
Yeah.
It's like they can do whatever they want, and they don't even have to work. They don't even have to find their fashion, because they just get stuck like at that place that they can buy everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important that you really do something that you really love, because like getting money is really nice, but you have to do something your whole life. So yeah, at some point you just get bored. Even if you have all the supercars, it's like you get bored. So
you just get another one.
Yeah.
You just get
That's the thing. Yeah. And another one, and another one. But at the end of the day, there is no purpose. There is no matter. It's a deep subject.
It's a deep subject, yeah, but it's like the core of things.
Yeah.
Like I think you find out, like you have the story they tell, like a lot of people just all the way they're climbing to the mountain, to the top, climbing to the top, and then they reach the top, and they discover that it's not fulfilling, you know, and then what do you do? Like then
that's a good example.
Then the stuff starts, like, okay, so what is fulfilling? And then it's like really nice that you also went that way, you know, and that you found that for yourself, like. Because you discovered, what I heard from your story, like you had a lot of clients, you had more stress probably, also more money, but it didn't really fulfill you.
Yeah. So.
And then how did you proceed from there? Did you just start to wonder, like, okay, well, what should I change, or?
Yeah. So that's the thing. I became aware because I was trying to find answers. And I ended up stopping what I was doing because I knew it was not the right way. Focusing on the craft, which was design, and that was making me happy, right? So it was one part of the equation solved, and then naturally I started to build this daydream. Okay, so I was not looking back, I was looking forward, and I was seeing the path, and pretty much it was just, I love designing, so I would just design, limit the work, and just try to get paid more by limiting the work. And at the end, it's pretty much the same, and I was finding the balance that I was looking for.
That's really nice.
Less stress, you can really get like your full attention to one project as well. It's like a lot better. Like also a lot of big entrepreneurs say, okay, you start maybe by getting a lot of clients, and then at some point you realize, okay, I'm getting really good at it, and then it's like ask a higher price, so only the best clients get to you, because they want like, okay, the best product gets like the highest price. So you work for less people, you can do bigger and nicer projects. Yeah, it's like the best thing. But
it's nice. Like if you break it down, like you have to have a vision. Like you said, you have to look forward. So a vision is very important, and also that you ask yourself questions. So like you're constantly looking for reinventing yourself.
Yeah. Always. I think I don't know. There is a term in English, but introspection, maybe. Right.
Yeah.
Introspection. I think that's a good skill to have, because you will always develop. Whatever you are doing, you will always develop by doing that. And also another thing that is good is enjoying the process. I hear that a lot of time, but that's so true. The moment you start to enjoy the process, it's endless loop of happiness or loop of fulfillment. Right.
And that's the thing.
Like you just enjoy what you're doing every day.
Yeah,
like,
but it's so easy to get lost in just going towards the goal.
Like at some moment you realize that if you have a day where you like get up on time, you do the work, you go to the gym, like even all the small things, you realize this makes me happy. Like you
Exactly.
don't need
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, you said
always
it.
think like, oh, I need the big things.
No.
Need the exciting stuff. But in the end, if you really have good routine and you like the process, it's all you need.
Yeah.
How nice is that? That even that small process makes you happy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't even have to search anymore for all the like temporary happiness.
No.
You can just do your process.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And by doing that, you will reach wherever you want to go because you have a vision.
Yeah, that's nice because the happiness is like the fulfillment is in the task itself. Like
Yeah.
if you do all your tasks on a daily basis, you feel fulfilled because you're doing the right stuff, you know? Like
Like the quote, the man who loves walking walks further than the man who likes the destination.
Exactly.
And that's really the thing.
Yeah.
And of course, in the beginning, the destination motivates you. You really think like, oh, if I start to do this work, I can get to this point. But then at some moment you realize, okay, if you constantly think that, you never get there because when you reach that point, there will be next point.
Yeah.
And then you just like postpone your happiness until the next point the whole time. So you realize, okay, I really need to focus on the process because otherwise I will like continuously like walk behind the happiness. So-
Yeah, completely. And you will miss it. You will actually miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 10 years pass by and you realize, fuck,
Yeah.
I'm not even happy.
Yeah, that's so true. Like you
Yeah.
see a lot of people, a lot of story, where you see some people struggling to reach a goal, not enjoying the process, and then at the end they arrive there, and they look back and they're like, okay, I just lost, and that's the big word. They lost 10 years of their time.
yeah.
It's a disaster.
An easy trap to fall in. I mean, we both have it sometimes that we are like so focused on the end goal that we really lose ourselves in the process because like we get stressed. We think, okay, we're not getting towards a goal. We have to work harder. We work harder. We get more stressed. So it's like a loop. We really have to sometimes get to another environment or like really take some days off.
Yeah.
You think like, fuck, I'm doing it again, you know, and then you change.
Yeah. No, completely agree. Completely agree.
Nice.
Yeah.
And looking towards your future, so you're in a happy place now, like we see it. What are your plans for the coming 3 to 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
So it's simple. So I will be full focus with Mom Studio. So I will try to scale, but in a good way. And I'm not talking about numbers. I'm talking about quality.
Yeah.
So I'll try to scale Mom Studio to a place where I always work with the best of the best. Good projects, good people again, and try to bring Mom to the place where when people are trying to look for design and good product design, they will go and be like, okay, Mom is the place.
It's nice.
That's why Mom,
Yeah.
actually. That's the reason it's called Mom.
Yeah,
'Cause
really?
Mom is always you always look up to Mom.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, so that's for Mom. And on top of that, I have small stuff that I want to achieve. Again, fulfilling, loving the process. Buying an old 911
That's really great.
and redo the whole car
Really?
with some friends.
Like
Actually,
you want
good way to connect with old friends.
Yeah.
Buying a car, redoing the car,
Yeah.
enjoying the process.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, and what role do your parents play in this? Like you said already, you talked about your mom, and we saw them at the mall, and you talked about maybe getting them into the business at some way or something like that. What role do your parents play in this?
So my parents, they come from Morocco, first of all. Just for a quick story, they come from Morocco. They left Morocco when they were very young, came to France, not a good situation, but they managed to go through, right? They learned French, they managed to have a job, to buy a house, and they always push me to do good stuff. And now what they're doing is they always push me to do my thing. So it's always good to have someone in the back. Whenever you feel down, because we all feel down, and be like, okay, I can lay down a bit, and they will be there to support me and to push me. And business-wise, now I get, strangely, you see, that's why people affect other people with their energy. The more they see me happy, the more they see me doing stuff driven, the more I see them driven, right? So it's like you give back or you pass by the energy to them. And now they want to open a business.
Really?
Crazy.
Yeah.
And so maybe one day we'll come to Dubai, they already have the idea. My mom is doing great chouquette. It's a French pastry, and she wants to open a chouquette shop in Dubai. So maybe in Dubai you will come one day and you will see a chouquette shop
Really cool.
with my mom's dish. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love that you, how you explain it, also how you have an effect on the people around you, and I think that is the way, man. Like being positive yourself and having goals, having vision, just focusing on yourself and making something happen and being happy. You just affect the people around you, and they also learn from you, and they become more happy as well. So
it's a cycle.
Yeah.
Let's make it positive.
yeah.
Nice. It's really great also to see like the mindset your parents had, like getting to a whole new different country.
Yeah.
Basically like the same as you're doing now.
Similar.
Even more different.
Younger as well.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man, how that develops, and also the positive mindset they have. We could really notice it also in the mall. You can really see like they're really open, like to experience. It's really easy to connect to, and I love it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's all about positive energy. Because imagine, if you were seeing, because it started with my mom, right? You saw my mom and you started to talk with her.
Yeah.
Imagine if she was not with a smile, or she was not open to discuss, even though she doesn't speak English, right?
Yeah.
Nothing we won't be there. You won't be in Blue Waters. You will still be maybe stuck in the mall. So
Yeah, you're creating your own environment in the end.
Exactly, it's insane.
Like, it's so cliche, but it's in the end it's so true.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes you feel like you don't have an effect on your surroundings, and in a certain way might be true, but in the end you really do have like an effect in where you end up in the end.
Yeah, and you can only see it like if you look backwards. You can only connect the dots and look backwards. It's really true, man.
Yeah.
It's always crazy. Like at some point you realize, damn, I'm at this destination.
Yeah.
And you look back on all the small things that happen that made you go there. You know, you never know what this interview is going to do.
Never.
Like in a couple of years. So yeah, it's crazy. It's really This is like a great way to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Julien, I think we had a really nice talk, and I'm really happy that we met, and we had a really open conversation. And I would like to say that I think you could be proud of yourself, of what you're achieving here and what you're doing and the person you are becoming. You're a very nice person to hang out with, very positive energy. So I want to thank you for who you are, who you have become, and I'm very grateful that we have met.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for everything. And actually, I'm very well surprised and happy that I met you. That's probably the first time I met two guys. I connect straight away. Super nice. From Holland, Netherlands. Super happy. Super happy. Very good connection. I love it. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you. So for the listeners and watchers of this episode, we hope you enjoyed, learned a lot from Julien and his story. We had a great time. We hope you had a great time. We are going to have a little tour here around Blue Island, I think, and grab something to eat. So we hope you share this episode with your friends and family. You like it, and you focus and you follow us on YouTube. And we will see you in the next episode. Maybe in Dubai, maybe in Bali. We are making a little trip around the globe.
Maybe in France.
So might be in.
Well. Everything's possible. Morocco.
Nowadays everything is possible for us. So keep following the podcast. We hope you enjoy. So and see you in the next show. Thank you.